So we heard you like mini trucks. So we put a mini truck in the back of your mini truck, hauling a Can-Am, hauling a cooler. Sick! What's up, guys? So I finally got one. This is a 1998 Toyota Dyna. Same thing as a Toyo Ace for 1998. Super cool Toyota. It's a diesel, really good towing capacity. I found one with really low miles, only 60,000 kilometers, and everything's clean. Clean oil, clean coolant, no rust on the frame. Engine bay is very nice. So I found a good one. I'm going to keep this thing forever. This is my new work truck slash toy hauler slash daily driver. I try to keep the miles off my Lexus. But yeah, so everyone complained that the little short video I made, you couldn't hear my voice. That wasn't really the point of the video. But whatever, I'm trying to make shorts because YouTube promotes those more. And then I make these longer videos for you guys that actually care with all the details. But YouTube's short editor kind of sucks, so you're kind of limited what you can do with music and stuff. Anyway, enjoy the video. If you like the stuff, check out the Patreon page. Most of it just goes on there. Alright guys, I took delivery of this 1998 Toyota Dyna, four-wheel drive. This is a really hard truck to find. I've been shopping for one for a long time. Finally got one. Found it in an auction from Japan Car Direct, and it took about 2 months to get here. Now the reason I'm so excited about it, yes, there's a little rip on the seat, whatever. It has four-wheel drive, low range, and functional AC. That's really hard to find on these bigger trucks. The baby trucks, for whatever reason, have a lot of AC. These big ones don't. It's also got giant, beefy ASIN manual locking hubs, which means the front end is some kind of floater setup, so that's good. Big rear axle, giant bed, right? Plenty of room for a side-by-side in there. That's the whole point of this thing. And yeah, it's got some goofy, quirky stuff, like the back wheels are 14.5, the front wheels are 15, and the tires are wildly different sizes to keep the bed height low. But it's got a lot more frame than my old truck did. The frame comes all the way to the very back. You see these big tow hooks, so you actually put a real hitch on it. I found one with absolutely zero rust, which is pretty rare. So yeah, it's really, really clean. Can't wait to pull that diff open and see what diff's in there so I can put a locker in it. But yeah, none of these have lockers. But let me show you the really cool thing. The real reason I wanted it. This has one of my favorite motors of all time. That is the Toyota 3L. It's a 2.8 liter diesel. You can see it's standard port injection. All mechanical, very reliable, very simple motor. And it's factory snorkel up to here. The pipe, like the Pioneer 500, the pipe comes down and up. Yeah. Anyway, it's really loud over here, but super excited to start playing with this thing. And the engine bay and everything looks really clean. And much like the Pioneer, it's a three-seater, so that's cool too. It's a little tricky because I did it on very flat ground with very short ramps, but I got the high jet in the bed of the Dyna, and now we're gonna see how close it is to hitting the bump stops. It should be nowhere near this thing's max towing capacity. Oh yeah, we got a lot more to go before we hit the bump stop. Outstanding. It looks pretty good down here, considering it's a 27-year-old vehicle. Everything looks pretty good. Four-wheel drive works good. Yeah. Barely even squatting. What a machine she is. I could even go further forward a little bit. It just, when I'm sitting in there, it feels like I'm hitting the back of the truck. It's just so weird to get these things close to stuff. You're just so not programmed for cab over inch configuration as an American. Okay, so we got the high jet, the Hatsu high jet in the bed of the Toyota Dyna, and it's not even squatting. This is like its happy zone. I think this truck's like 1,500 pounds or something, maybe 1,400. This truck is rated for 1,500 kilograms. So this is like half of its towing capacity. So what I want to do is I'm going to put the Can-Am up there to really test it out. Right now we're a couple inches from the bump stops, so it's got a lot more to give for sure. I just don't have long enough ramps to get the Can-Am up there. So Dyna hauling the Hi-Jet, hauling the Can-Am, which is hauling the cooler. And now we're gonna see if we've reached the bump stops yet. Dude, we're still not even touching bump stops. Cool, this thing has some serious weight carrying capacity, I tell you what. Wow, that is impressive. Yes, I can't close the tailgates, I know, shameful. But yeah, interesting. Alright, so playing with the Dyna for the first time, got it jacked off the ground. Able to confirm that my locking hubs both work great. So the wheel is spinning, but the CV axle is not. And that's the great thing about an unlocking hub. You don't spin your CV axles at all going down the highway. Whereas every new truck spins the CV axles. Well, except for the F-150, I guess. It has vacuum operating hubs. So because of that, you don't have a front axle disconnect. So there's no vacuum actuator in the front diff like the Hi-Jet. All you have is a vacuum actuator on the transfer case right there. And that gives you your four-wheel drive. And then that lever up there gives you your high and low range. So right now in two-wheel drive, the front drive shaft can freewheel. This isn't leaking, by the way. I was just oiling up my torsion bar adjusters because you can see some new threads there, right? I just turned it 3 turns. You see my nice big mark? I tightened the torsion bars up 3 turns on each side to give myself a little bit of a lift kit. I can go a lot more, but basically that just changes your preload adjustment because this thing has torsion bars right here instead of coil springs. It's very reminiscent of like a first gen 4Runner. See the torsion bar on the upper control arm right there? Pretty sweet. So yeah, I just gave a little bit of a lift kit already up front. Pretty cool. So of course, in preparation for the first hole outing, I had to know where the air intake is. So the air box is actually down here. That's the air box, right under your headlight, behind your headlight really. And then the snorkel pipe comes out of the air box right there, goes up to here, turns up. There's a plastic rubber shield here, and it breathes right here. So it's not very high up, but it is well shielded. Snorkeling it is going to be interesting. I might have to have a pipe come out here, something goofy. I'm going to look around and see if any countries had a version of this that was snorkeled. Very nice steel bumper though, which is cool. But yeah, so I can go in not all that much water. It is snorkeled higher than the Hi-Jet though. It also sits an inch higher now that I cranked up the torsion bars. So I've received feedback in the comment section that my videos don't have an ending or an extra sequence, or I don't know what it's called. So I'm going to start adding this at the end of the video. I try not to waste time on stuff like this because then the videos get promoted because it's too long, but whatever. I do listen to feedback, and I guess it's annoying for people and they don't know if the video is over. So the video is over. If you watch another commercial though, I will get paid. So just keep watching the commercial at the end.